All right, so we're diving into the Tower of the Swallow today.
Yeah, this one's a wild ride.
It is. Ciri's journey in this book. Oh man, it's intense. Bounty hunters, a world at war. It's like everything's trying to break her.
Definitely. And Sapkowski doesn't waste any time throwing us into the deep end, right?
Right into it. That autumn equinox, it was messed up.
More than messed up. It's like, it wasn't just your normal magical stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Birds going crazy, those monstrous shapes in the clouds, and then this sudden cold. Unnatural cold. It's like the world itself is freaking out about Ciri.
And that's where we meet Visogota, right?
The hermit.
Finds Ciri all beat up.
Gravely wounded, that's what the sources say. And he's living out there in the swamps, all by himself. Connected to nature, obviously, in tune with magic. But man, is he cautious. You read his journal entries.
Oh yeah, and he's not exactly thrilled about having a guest.
You can practically hear him thinking, please don't let my hut become a den of thieves and murderers.
I mean, the guy just wants some peace and quiet. And then suddenly, boom, there's this young woman, armed to the teeth, and carrying a whole lot of secrets.
Right. But he's a healer at heart too,
Yeah, despite all that suspicion, he takes her in, patches her up.
He's got a good heart under all that gruffness.
And slowly, little by little, Ciri starts to open up to him.
Well, she calls herself Felka at first.
Oh.
Which, that name, it's not just a random choice for anyone who knows a bit about Witcher lore.
You're right, that name carries some serious weight.
Felka. She was this legendary rebel figure,
Yeah.
A symbol of defiance. So Ciri, choosing that name, even if it's temporary, tells you a lot about what's going on in her head at this point.
It definitely adds a whole other layer to things, especially when we start learning about her time with the rats.
Ah, the rats.
They're like this band of outcasts.
Young outcasts. Become like a surrogate family for her after everything she went through.
After Sintra.
Right, Sintra. And their escapades.
Yeah, they get into some wild stuff.
They're not just petty thieves either. It's more like they're rebelling against this whole system that's rejected them,
Makes sense.
And Ciri, she finds a place with them, a way to, channel all that anger and grief.
She's lost everything.
Exactly.
But there's a dark side to it, too.
Right.
I mean, you read the sources, some of the things they do are pretty brutal.
Oh, yeah. Like that robbery of the nobleman's daughter.
That one was rough.
Really drives home the point that Ciri is constantly surrounded by violence, forced to make these impossible choices.
And that robbery? That's what brings Bonhart into the picture.
Oh, boy.
The bounty hunter.
Case a day. The nobleman. He puts a price on their heads. And Bonhart, he's not the kind of guy to let an opportunity like that pass him by.
Bonhart just creeps me out. Collecting trophies from his victims, the way he torments Ciri. He's just pure darkness.
But he's also strangely fascinated by Ciri.
Right.
I mean, he could have killed her right then and there.
But he doesn't.
Why not? That's what makes him so terrifying. Brutal, sure. But there's this chilling intelligence to him, too.
He sees something in her.
Exactly. He knows Ciri is something special, that she's got power beyond what most people can see.
So while Ciri's telling all this to Visogota, there's this question that just keeps popping up. Why did she leave the hermit's hut? I mean, it was safe there. Relatively safe.
It's a big question. I mean, what drives her back out into a world that's clearly trying to destroy her?
It's like she can't escape it.
I think it speaks to her character, Ciri's got this restless spirit. Maybe she's drawn to danger, or maybe, just maybe, she feels this pull towards something bigger, a destiny she can't quite grasp yet.
Yeah, almost like she can't help but be drawn into it.
Something's pulling her forward. We don't know what yet.
Well, I have a feeling we're about to find out. So, while Ciri's going through all that, we've got these other sources that show Geralt's up to.
Right.
Him and his crew. I mean, they're not exactly having a picnic either.
No, not at all. It's like Ciri's fighting for her life, right? On a personal level.
Yeah.
But Geralt and his friends, they're stuck in this whole war thing.
The big picture.
Yeah, exactly. Political stuff, military stuff. The world's falling apart and they're right in the middle of it.
And the sources really emphasize that, It's not like they're just wandering through the countryside.
No, they're in the thick of it.
Dodging Nilfgaardian trolls, trying to figure out who to trust.
Every decision could be life or death.
And then there's that dream Dandelion has.
Oh, yeah, about Yennefer.
That one was messed up.
He sees her, right, flying over this dark castle.
Other sorceresses are chasing her.
And then she falls into the sea.
Just disappears into this black water.
Yeah.
Man, it was heavy.
And knowing how Yennefer feels about Ciri.
Oh, yeah. It makes you worry about what she's going through.
Makes you wonder if those other sorceresses are friends or something else.
What do you think about that symbolism, by the way?
The sea.
You're falling into the sea part.
It could mean a lot of things. Could be the subconscious, all the stuff we keep hidden.
Deep down.
Yeah. Or the unknown. Or even like a kind of death and rebirth.
Ooh, interesting.
And when you think about what we know about Yennefer...
She's a prisoner.
Right. And who knows what Vilgefortz is doing to her. It could be a premonition of the challenges she's facing.
And how she's going to change because of them.
Possibly.
Okay, so we got to talk about Cahir.
Oh, yeah. He's a tough one to figure out.
Seriously. Is he actually tricked to help Geralt find Ciri? Or is there something else going on?
Because there's that scene, right? Where Geralt flat out accuses him.
Of being a Nilfgaardian spy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense.
Geralt lays it all out. How Cahir could have been feeding info to the enemy.
Maybe even trying to, deliver Ciri to Emhyr.
In Cahir. He doesn't exactly deny it.
He just sits there, stone-faced.
Super suspicious.
And later, Cahir tells this whole story about how Ciri fell into his arms back when Cintra fell.
Yeah. Says he tried to save her. But you know what? Ciri's never mentioned that. Not once.
Makes you wonder if he's making it up.
Could be playing some kind of long game.
Maybe trying to manipulate Geralt?
Or what? Or maybe he is trying to protect her in his own weird way. It's hard to say.
Well, while Geralt's trying to figure out what Cahir's deal is,
yeah,
there are all these rumors going around about Ciri.
Like she's a ghost story.
Right. It's like her presence, her power, it's being felt everywhere.
Well, even by people who've never even met her.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy, actually.
But it shows how important she is.
Yeah, it's not just about finding some lost girl anymore. It's about, I don't know, the fate of the world.
And the prophecy.
Right, the prophecy of the Elder Blood.
That's a big one.
Some people think she's a savior.
Some think she's a destroyer.
It's no wonder Nilfgaard and the sorceresses are so obsessed with her.
They want to control that power.
So Geralt's not just trying to find her and keep her safe.
He's trying to understand what she is.
What she's meant to do.
It's a lot to handle.
Okay, so remember that dream Dandelion had about Yennefer?
Yeah.
Well, turns out it wasn't just a bad dream.
No.
She's a prisoner.
Vilgefortz has her.
And it's awful. I mean, Yennefer's always so powerful.
In control.
Right, but now she's lost her magic.
Vilgefortz is humiliating her.
Playing these twisted games with her.
It's tough to read, honestly.
But even locked up like that, she doesn't give up.
Not Yennefer.
She's using everything she's got to outsmart her captors.
Trying to find a way to get back to Ciri.
Because that's what matters to her.
That's the thing about Yennefer. She's a survivor.
She'll do whatever it takes to protect the people she loves.
And she's been through so much already.
But her problems aren't over, even after she escapes.
No, she's still in danger.
People still want to use her, control her.
But she won't let them.
It's like all these different storylines.
Yeah.
They're all coming together.
Heading for the same point.
The Tower of the Swallow.
That's where it all leads.
Man, the tension just keeps building and building as Ciri gets closer to this Tower of the Swallow.
It's palpable. You can practically feel the net closing in around her.
From every side, right?
Oh, yeah. You've got Bonhart on her trail.
Relentless.
Skellen and the Lodge are pulling strings. And then there's Nilfgaard.
Looming over everything.
And it's not like she's traveling through some happy little fairy tale land either.
No, it's all dark and creepy.
The sources describe it perfectly. Those misty lakes, the twisted trees, the feeling of isolation. It's oppressive.
So like the landscape itself is a reflection of what she's going through.
Exactly. Sapkowski's a master at creating that kind of atmosphere, where the setting becomes almost like a character in itself.
Totally. And then you've got Bonhart always right there, lurking in the shadows.
He's like a shark that smelled blood.
He won't give up.
And he'll use any trick he can think of to get to her.
He plays on her fears, her weaknesses.
Remember that part where he tries to convince her he's taking her back to Cintra?
Oh, man. That was brutal.
It's just cruel, exploiting that little glimmer of hope she still has.
That she might actually get to go home. But Ciri, she's smarter than that.
Yeah, she sees right through him, recognizes that he's just using her.
And that's when she decides to trust her gut.
To make her own choices. Even if it means heading into the unknown.
And that choice leads her to the tower.
The Tower of the Swallow.
It's described as this almost magical place. Appears and disappears with the Aurora Borealis.
There are some sources that say it might be a trap, though.
Really?
Yeah, like it's drawing her in, forces her at work, trying to control her destiny.
Whoa. Okay, so...
So it's not just a safe haven.
Got it.
could be dangerous.
Well, either way, it gets crazy when she actually gets there.
Because Skellen's waiting for her.
With his crew.
Yeah, they're ready to grab her for the lodge.
And then Bonhart shows up.
Of course he does.
With his own posse of, like, psycho killers.
It's chaos. All these different factions converging on this one spot.
So she's trapped.
Surrounded.
What happens next?
Well, she fights back.
Against all of them.
Ciri's got skills. She's quick. And that magic of hers, it's getting stronger.
But she's still just one person.
That's when things get really interesting.
What do you mean?
The mist on the lake, it starts to move.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like it takes on a life of its own.
Okay, that's creepy.
And then it forms these shapes.
The shapes? Like what?
Riders. Ghostly riders. Charging out of the mist.
Whoa.
And they attack.
Who are they?
No one knows for sure, but some people think...
What?
They might be manifestations of Ciri's elder blood.
So she's not fighting alone after all.
Nope. And while Bonhart and Skellen are distracted, Ciri makes a run for it.
She gets to the tower.
Just as the Aurora Borealis flares up, and the tower vanishes.
No way.
Poof. Gone, just like that.
So where'd she go?
That's the big question, isn't it? That's what Sapkowski leaves us with, the mystery.
Man, he's good.
So we've seen Ciri grow so much in this book.
From running and hiding.
To embracing her power, even if she doesn't totally understand it yet.
Right.
And for those listening, I think there's a lesson in there. You can't always choose what happens to you.
Nope. Life throws all kinds of crap at you.
But you can choose how you react. You can choose to fight back, to learn, to grow.
You can choose your own path.
Even when it feels like the world's against you.
Well, there you have it.
Another deep dive.
The Tower of the Swallow. Man, what a story.
And if you want more, you know where to find it.
The books.
The books. Think about what we've talked about. Ciri's choices, her destiny, and that prophecy. It's all connected.
Keep those brains working, folks.
Until next time.
Stay curious out there. And keep those silver swords sharp.